AFCON is underway, guys. AFCON is underway. I'm gonna make a reaction video to AFCON match day 1 after all the match day 1 after all the match day 1 games are done. But yesterday, I'm filming this video a day late because I was busy. But yesterday there was 3 shocking, kind of not shocking results that happened in AFCON. We're gonna talk about them. Nigeria and Ghana embarrass. Egypt very lucky to not lose to Mozambique. Very absolute fortunately. They got so fortunate that they not lose to Mozambique. That was not a penalty at the end. But we're gonna talk about it right now. We're gonna grill some teams, grill some players. So, let's just get into Nigeria first. I made the video. I dropped the video before that day before, I think, or 2 days before Nigeria's game. I told you guys, I'm not fully on the Nigeria's gonna do crap at AFCON wagon. I'm not on that train. I was telling you guys I wasn't on that train. I was just in that video. I was expressing my worries for Nigeria, right? I was expressing my worries. And so I said, I'm worried about this team. They can't win. They're not beating the teams they're supposed to. There's real the squad selection, the players aren't there. Ndidi's not on the team. Boniface is injured. I was just, giving you guys a little bit of, because I said Nigeria, I predicted in my AFCON group predictions video, I predicted Nigeria to get first in the group. Now, that could still happen, but it's looking very hard after this draw to Equatorial Guinea. And, with that video, I wasn't, like I just said, I wasn't being completely negative. I thought I'm still going to back Nigeria. I'm just putting my worries out there. Let's go see what happens against Equatorial Guinea. Maybe I'll be wrong, and I'll look like a genius for saying Nigeria can be one of the surprise teams at this tournament when everyone seems to think they're trash and all the other African nations are disregarding them, and all the other fans are clowning on Nigeria. But I thought, okay, let's wait. Let's wait and see Nigeria play. Let's give them a chance, guys. Guilty, innocent until proven guilty. In this case, Nigeria, they are after that game, they are guilty of being trash. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was a 90-minute testimony, dissertation, lawful, a lawful 90% law, a 90-minute lawful dissertation dissection of Nigeria. What was that? Niger boys, what was that, man? I like Nigeria, but I backed you guys. And what is that performance, man? No disrespect, but also all disrespect to Equatorial Guinea. These guys have nothing. These guys have no players, no quality. You let them score first. It takes you to wait for them to score first for you to then go off kickoff and score. Osimhen with the great goal, by the way. It was a great response. If Nigeria didn't respond like that, that game could have been 1-0, 2-0 to Equatorial Guinea, knowing the way Nigeria plays and that the fact that they just can't win games right now against the teams they're supposed to beat. And I watched that Nigeria game. I won't lie. I watched like maybe 70 minutes of the game and then I had to go away. I watched the highlights too. And the thing with Nigeria is they have no tactics. There is no structure. Osimhen, you guys, I watched this Nigeria team. Not a single, even Osimhen is guilty of this. Even Chukwueze, even all the quality players. None of these guys know how to dribble. None of these guys can beat their man. None of these guys can finish, including Osimhen. Osimhen, you can't. It was the 70th minute where he's in 1v1 completely onside, and you miss that to give Nigeria 3 points, and you miss that, and you're Osimhen. The guy who led Napoli to the title last season, you can't miss that, man. And it's like, I guarantee you, if Osimhen gets that chance and he's wearing a Napoli jersey, he scores it. But in this case, I'm telling you, it's something about when they put this Nigeria jersey on, these players just do not step up. And this was a 90-minute, 90%, 90. Why do I keep saying percent? A 90-minute example of these Nigerian players just not stepping up. Not stepping up. And to be honest, the coach, he's not instilling any confidence in this team. No tactics. What was the plan against Guinea? What was the plan? What was the plan against Equatorial Guinea? I couldn't sit there after watching at least 70 minutes of that game and telling you, oh, well, this is the plan. They're going to work it out wide and they're going to cross and they're going to sometimes attack through the middle and pull out Equatorial Guinea defenders and attack the open spaces. There was none of that, man. It looked like they just go out there and vibes. Go out there and vibes, and that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. And maybe I was naive for believing in Nigeria and thinking things would change because it's an international tournament and players play better at international tournaments because the stakes are higher. But I was wrong. I was wrong. In Nigeria, what can I say? Wait, let me just check. Who I think do they play? Who's next for them? Ivory Coast, man. Like you have a draw, so Nigeria is not gonna get. They're not at a chance at getting grouped because getting 4 points and even potentially getting only 3 points can get you in to the knockout stages as one of the better third place teams. But they have a point. Nigeria, my first place prediction is probably in the bin. They'll probably get smashed by Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast looked amazing. I'll talk about that in my matchday one reaction video when all the matchday one games are done. But it's not looking good, man. And to be honest, like one thing that shocked me is I told you guys this in my last Nigeria video. Iheanacho is a more consistent goal. Kelechi Iheanacho is a better, more consistent goal scorer for Nigeria. So when you guys need this goddamn goal to win this game, I understand keeping Osimhen on. I understand bringing Chukwueze in, really. But these other guys, why wasn't Iheanacho brought on? Why wasn't he brought on? I need to know. I need to know, why is Aribo brought on over Iheanacho? Why are you bringing on Calvin Bassey when you need to fucking win? Unless someone got injured. Did I forget? Did someone get injured? I'm not sure. Why are you bringing Calvin Bassey when you need to win? Why aren't you bringing Iheanacho, who has been a more consistent goal scorer for Nigeria over the past 1 or 2 years, over your Bonifaces and over your Osimhen's? I don't know. You know, and that was if you go to Group A, Ghana. I told you guys in my group stage predictions video. I told you guys about Ghana and the Ghana boys. You guys didn't believe me, but I told you guys Cape Verde would get second in the group, and they showed us exactly why they'd get second in the group. 2-1, Cape Verde, historic win for Cape Verde. Last minute winner against Ghana. Fully deserved win for these guys. I told you guys, don't sleep on Cape Verde. These guys will beat Ghana. These guys will challenge. These guys will advance as second in the group. And yeah, I just feel a little vindicated. People in the comments are telling me you're a fool for choosing against Ghana. Ghana has so many great players, this and that. I'm sorry, no. When the Ayew brothers are still in this team, I can't rate Ghana when the Ayew brothers are still in this team. How many AFCONs has the Ayew brothers played? I understand. They're related to Abedi Ayew, your greatest ever player. I understand. Or even Essien, I think is Ghana's greatest player. But what, your second greatest player, Abedi Ayew, I understand. But why are they playing? You guys, why are they playing? I don't get it. Why are they playing? I don't know. I mean, you guys, Cape Verde, I'm looking at the lineup right now. Bebe is playing for Cape Verde. That fraud of a player, Bebe. And also, I'd like to know if you're Ghanaian and you're watching, can someone tell me why? I'm looking at the lineup and I was wondering this too. Like, where is Kudus? Did he get injured? Did Kudus get injured? Because I'm not seeing him in the lineup. And I also remember not seeing him play. Inaki Williams off the bench. The shitter Ayew off the bench. Like, wait, where is Partey? I thought Partey was also selected. I'm just confused. Like, what is Ghana doing? But, I still think, well, no, I don't think Ghana is at risk of getting grouped because Mozambique, we're going to get to it now. Egypt, very, very disappointing game for Egypt. Let's be honest, guys. That wasn't the penalty for Egypt in the last minute. That wasn't a penalty for Egypt. Mozambique should have won this game 2-1. They should have 3 points. Mozambique and Cape Verde should be untied for 3 points in Group B of the African Cup of Nations right now. 100%. I mean, Salah was a ghost in this game. I know he scored the penalty, but I'm telling you, that was not a penalty, man. I know Salah assisted the first goal too, but I expected more from Salah. Okay, actually, no. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Salah. Salah played all right. He played good. But I'm looking at this, and the supporting cast is just not good enough around Salah in Egypt. It's just not good enough. El Neni's past it. I mean, what can I say? Trezeguet, he's still playing, but for Mozambique, man, Mozambique, I disrespected Mozambique in the group stage predictions video. I'm sorry. Because when I compare Mozambique to Nigeria, Mozambique, obviously there was actual research done into Egypt and into the weaknesses of Egypt. They were doing plays that was cutting Egypt apart. They were making plays that Egypt was struggling to cope with. And that shows me the coach is actually planning for this game. The coach actually sent his team out with a game plan. And unfortunately for them, because of a crappy penalty call, they did not leave this game with 3 points, which is unfortunate. That would have been such a great win for Mozambique, a great historic win against Mozambique against Egypt. I think Egypt has the most AFCONs, right? That would have been a huge win. And I think they were robbed in the end. I think they were robbed. So, with Group B is flipped on its head because now the way Mozambique played, these guys can beat Egypt. I'm sorry. These guys can beat Ghana. And Ghana, I think the way they play, they're not beating Egypt. I think for Egypt, I still think Egypt will top this group. Egypt is still the favorites probably for this tournament. One of the favorites, at least with Senegal. Senegal played amazing today, by the way, 3-0. But I think this is just a wake-up call for Egypt. Much like Spain in 2010, much like Argentina in this past World Cup where they lost their opening game. This could be a wake-up call for Egypt. And they can improve. And I think this is a wake-up call. I think, fortunately for them, they got the point, and this was the best scenario for them. A wake-up call. I think they'll beat Ghana and Cape Verde. But, yeah, I mean, this was 3 shocking games in AFCON yesterday on Sunday. 3 shocking games. Nigeria, shocking, embarrassing. Egypt wasn't necessarily embarrassing. It's just they were underwhelming. But in the case of Nigeria and Ghana, embarrassing. Credit to Equatorial Guinea for getting that goal and forcing a draw to Nigeria. Credit to Mozambique, who I disrespect in the AFCON group predictions. And credit to Cape Verde for validating me. I told you guys, don't sleep on Cape Verde. These guys are going to be a problem and could finish second. Maybe the fight for second is between Mozambique and Cape Verde, but potentially we're seeing that Mozambique and Cape Verde could both exit this group as second and third place. I think Egypt will still get first, but shout out to those teams. This is why I love AFCON, guys. AFCON this year is so great because there is no clear favorite. And as we saw from these games, Equatorial Guinea, they didn't give a fuck that they're playing Nigeria. No fear. Those guys went after it and got a draw. Mozambique, no fear of Egypt. Proper match plan, proper planning. They went and got a draw against Egypt. Cape Verde, they weren't afraid of Ghana. Ghana isn't this African giant right now. Cape Verde wasn't afraid, and they went and got a win. AFCON is going to be very, very interesting. Today, Algeria tied to Angola. This AFCON is tasty, man. If you made it to the end of the video, leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts on the games. I'm honestly, shocked with Nigeria and Ghana, and Egypt was just underwhelming for me. I'm not gonna criticize Egypt too much. This is a wake up call for Egypt. This is a chance for the next game to wake up and make give a statement victory against Ghana, 100%. So yeah, subscribe if you're new. Like I just said, leave a like and comment. I love interacting with you guys. You guys also give me knowledge on AFCON too, because like I said in my group predictions video, I'm not an AFCON expert. This is the first AFCON I'm truly keeping up with. And I'm honestly excited. This tournament is really exciting. So if you haven't already, leave that comment down there. I need to know. I love interacting with you guys. But yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.